Hi there everybody. So on this video I have this mini Mayfair with the navigation system. Now the navigation wasn't working, and also the CD player was not working. Now what I've done is I remove the system from here. This is a 2010. So what I've done is I removed the system and I was ready to replace it. And I bought another one, which is down there, because this was just not working. It was refusing to read CDs, and it was refusing to give me the navigation. It wasn't reading the navigation CD either. I've got two navigation CDs. Anyway, what I've noticed is that after removing all of these and unplugging all the wires, I plugged in the new stereo and everything was working fine. So I was happy with that. But I fitted the old stereo back with the purpose of just making this video to show you all how to unplug it, and suddenly everything started working. So I have a feeling that I'm just gonna switch the car off, because to remove the stereo we just need to move the gear stick. So everything started working, and obviously now I have two stereos, which brings me to the question. I mean, I did remove these, I cleaned it and everything, and then I fitted back, and then it was still not working. So I think maybe what's happened is the number of times that I must have removed it. One of the wires at the back here was always a little bit difficult to plug in until I moved it. Also, you don't quite need to remove all of these to get the stereo out. If you just remove the two little Torx screws that are holding this in there, just trying to see them. One that goes in there, and then there's another one on this end. The sun is quite strong today, so can't really quite. Oh, there we are. It's a bit better. So then there's another one there, and then what happens is this can lift up a little bit and allows you to remove the stereo. Also, you may be aware that there's loads of Torx screws that need to be removed, as well as the center console bit that is in there, and it just needs to be unplugged. Unplugging it is not a big issue. These plugs, basically you just press on the little plastic here and this pops up like so, and that comes out. There's a screw that holds this the unit in there, as well as another two on the sides here, and for that the side panels have to come off, and a number of things you need to undo quite a lot of the screws. Another screw there, and then this allows you to move this down a little bit in order to get the screw from here. For this also you need to undo. Yet again another 2 screws, and then there's a little cover that covers this plastic cover. There's also a plastic cover down here for the screw down there, and also these little covers come out from there, and there is a screw in there and another screw on this side. Don't know if that can be seen, but then that allows you to pull this out so it can be a bit free. This also needs to come out. This pops out. This just pops out from these points. So it is quite a lot of things to be removed. Also, you need to move the steering down and pull it out in order to free this off a little. And when you free this off, then obviously you're able to remove the screws that hold this in place. And then the stereo is holding on there with another 2 Torx. And then you pull this out, and then you have all your wiring back here, which needs to come off. This needs to come off. So this one here is just plugged in there, and you just need to open the little plastic here a little bit, and that comes out. This one's here, you press on the clip on the side and pull it up. It's not always that easy, so normally I use the help of maybe a screwdriver. I haven't got my screwdriver right now, but you press that on and then this will come out. And that will be the same with the blue one down here. Press on the little clip and pull it out. Okay, that came off. And then we have the big plug. Hang on, let's get this up there. Okay. The big plug, just pull that out like so. Then that comes out, and then this one here is the one that wasn't plugged in properly, I believe. Now, okay, so this wire, I moved it to come out from here, but normally it goes behind there. It goes behind there and it comes out together with the wires from here on the back. So it's coming out from the back like so. And it is very difficult to plug this wire back in when you refit the stereo. So what I've done is I literally moved it through that hole. So this was going through the back, and like I said, it was coming out of here. So I pushed this contact through that hole, and it came out of here, because this wire is going to the screen up here. Now I've plugged in and plugged out my stereo now so many times that somehow it started working. So I would say if you have a problem with your stereo, whether it's the video or the navigation or the CD player itself, maybe worth taking it out and cleaning the contacts and then trying it out again before you go and buy one. So like you can see, I have 2 now, and that one suddenly started working, which now I have to try and sell one of those, because those range between 230 and 350, really depends. I paid 230 for that one there. And it is working. I already plugged it in and it's working fine. So it's just funny that for the purpose of the video I was going to show you how the old one isn't working and suddenly it's working. Right, so I'm going to fit this back in. And so this is my it's the new one there. This is the original. I'm going to fit back in, so that wire needs to go back in there. Just make sure it's all the way in. And we have the other wires. So the little blue one goes to the back. I think these are like aerials or something like that. Okay, they are a little bit short. All of these wires are a little bit short. And this one as well. This one, I mean, they are fairly easy to fit if you have two hands. If you don't, okay, that just goes in there, and then you close that, and that closes in there. This one goes, plugs in there, and this one will plug in here. Alright, we'll just plug that in a minute. Okay, all the wires are in, and now we can get the stereo up here. So again, to fit this bit, just need to lift it up a little bit. Lift it, and then we can push this down a little bit as well. Push this bit down, and that will fit in there eventually. Yeah, let's just get two hands. Okay. And then push the stereo back in there. Now, just gonna make sure it's still working, and I plugged in everything properly. Okay, so the CD player is working. And let's have a look at the navigation here. Yep, navigation is working. Just fine. Okay, that's great stuff. Now it's a matter of getting all the screws back in here. These are all what are these, T20s I think, except for one. The one from the center down here is a slightly different size. These other ones are a T20s. Most of them are T20s. I'm just gonna get those on. So I just tightened those 4 screws. Now I'm going to fit these. These 2 plug in at the top, and then we have to fit the screws, and there'll be 2 on the side, 1 and 2 there, and then another one in the middle, which is the larger one, and then the other 2. Also we have to plug the little plugs in, and again these are a mission when your hand is taken. And they are color coded, as we may be able to see here. This one is white one. White one goes in to white here. Sorry, it has to be open there, and then you shut it. Also we have this one. These 2 down here. So one plugs in on the side there. That one there is for the USB, and this is for the jack. Okay, and then we have one more. And this one will go into the black connection. Okay, that is all plugged in. Now these 2 plug it here at the top. They just plug in there. So when you remove these, when you remove the screws, this will be holding in there. And then you need to get like a flathead screwdriver or something to pull this, and it feels a little bit hard, but it will be okay. Now before I do anything else, I'm going to put the 2 screws that hold this screen. Oops, okay, that's just dropped there. Again, it might be easier to use two hands when it comes to these things. Okay, so I just got the screw in there and just tighten that. And let's do the other side as well. Right, I'm gonna use my two hands. So that one there is just a little bit difficult to get in, but no, it's not too bad really. But some people recommend to remove all of these as well. You can remove this cover and this one. There's another screw underneath here, and then this comes off and gives you better access to that the screw there, but it's still doable this way around. Okay, now I left the two screws up here, and this needs to be, we need to push this in, these bits go in there so they can go into the holes, but just need to get it in the right place. Okay, so to get this nicely in there, make sure you remove the two screws from up here, because they if they are halfway in, they interfere with you pushing this in. It's a little bit difficult to get them out, but if you have a magnetic screwdriver, then you can just pop them out. So then obviously we need to screw those two, and we need to get these ones on. But as I just noticed, we need to get this one on first. Before fitting this one, we need to get the screw just there that holds this bit on. Same on this end, because there's two behind the cover, so I didn't do it clearly. Just have to pop this up a little bit and then get those in there, if that can be seen. Those are in there. So again, I'm gonna need my two hands to screw those on, so just bear with me. Okay, so I got that one back in there. Now we can push that back on, and that one also, and just push this back on, and now we have another 4 screws to go in here. So one in there and another one behind there, one in there, and one just back there. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and do that and come back. Okay, got those 4 in there. I just got the car running because the battery was going a little bit down from all the work I was doing. It was showing me the little battery signal there. So we let the battery charge for a little bit. The aircon is working, everything here is working. Before I finish doing everything, just make sure the windows, the heated seats, everything is coming on and off. There's the fog lights. So all of that is okay. The navigation is still on, and that CD player still playing. So next we have, this is the big screw that goes down there. That is a T27. Needs a little bit more tightening. There. Okay, it's not moving anymore. And then this little cover, this cover plugs down there. Like that. So you need to remove this to access the screw, but it's not hard to remove. You just get a screwdriver in there and you pull it out. It's just clipped on basically. I also need so we also have two screws that go on the sides here. One goes there and the other one down here. So again, I'm just going to get those on. Once you've tightened your screws, we also have the cover that goes in here. Just gonna open the glove box there, and then this goes in here basically. I think the sun is being very annoying today, but I can't complain. That goes in there, and this need to clip inside of the holes there. So it can be a little bit, again, a little bit fiddly to get this in, but it is doable. So again, I'm just gonna use my two hands. Okay, got that in there. It's a little bit hard. You really have to push up here, this corner, to get the panel to slide up a little bit. The other side will be the same procedure. Be a couple of screws, and then we have to fit the side cover on it. Another slightly mistake. The 4 screws that hold the stereo in are these little silver ones, and I put 4 of the other ones. So I just need to I just need to remove this bit here again, and then I'm gonna change the screws there. So just bear with me and I'll be back to the point I was before. I got the 4 correct screws in there now, and I've got the 2 screws on this side now. Now we need to fit this panel. To fit that panel, it's a good idea to pop this out. This bit here just basically unplugs, and that gives you a bit of extra room to be able to fit this flap. Also, when you remove it, it may be a good idea just so you don't damage it, because if we bend these clips too much, then they may get damage or something like that. So if you pop this out, then it gives you a bit of extra little room here basically to plug that in. So I'm just gonna again use my two hands to do that. So I just push this down to try and fit those clips in there. Again, yes, it is a little bit of a fiddle, but eventually you can manage it, or you can just unscrew. Also, there's another Torx screw under this, just down at the bottom, and then perhaps bring this down, and that will help you. And then you can also remove the screw here if you wanted to, and remove this bit. Okay, now I have one more screw to fit, and again that one goes just in here. That one goes in there, and then we have this cover, this little plastic cover. It goes in there. That you need to remove in order to access the screws, and this obviously lifts like that. And then we have this that plugs back in there. Literally plugs in there. And then you can then obviously adjust your steering as you need to. And that's pretty much the process. And I mean, I hope the video helps some people sort the radio, or even the navigation and the CD player. I removed this, like I mentioned, I removed this and I cleaned it. I cleaned it with some electrical cleaning fluid. I sprayed it on the lens, and I sprayed it inside basically, and well, somehow it started working. I'm quite shocked, to be honest, because the CD didn't even want to turn, and the fact that now it's actually working, it is a surprise. Well, and don't forget these two screws here, so those two go up there, and then these little things clip inside here. They just go in there like that. So as I said, hope this video helps, and thank you for watching.